Melty Blood Type Lumina. I got this game a day early because I'm a shill. Let's fucking go. I'm a shill. So I got this game one day early. I've been playing since it dropped basically, so now like 6 hours. So I'm gonna give you real quick, just 5 quick tips for day 1. Especially if you've never played Melty Blood before, not just if you're a new fighting game player, but if you're new to this series and you play a lot of fighting games as well. So the first one I'm going to tell you is don't be afraid to use Rapid Beat. Okay guys, don't be afraid to use Rapid Beat. This is basically the in-game auto combo. The Rapid Beat is on every button. So if you do AAA like that, you'll get Rapid Beat. If you do BBB, you'll get Rapid Beat. If you do BAAA, you'll get Rapid Beat. If you do CCC, you'll get Rapid Beat. If you do 2CCC, you get the drill by now, right? So the reason why I say don't be afraid to do it is that like it makes a lot of your confirms pretty stable. I definitely expect over time that people will have some like more advanced combos. Plus in the combo trials, there were like a couple of legitimately difficult combos I did. But like, let's say you're playing Red Arc, one thing that'll help you out is if you're like, let's say around here, and you hit with this super for some reason, all you got to do is get that 2C to connect. That's what 2C, and there, you could do Rapid Beat, and you'll get your combo just fine. This is a kind of way you could use to kind of stabilize your random hit confirms and things like that. Piece of advice number 2, when you don't know what to do, don't be afraid to use the Moon Drive. I'm actually trying to use this more as a new mechanic. This is kind of like an LordKnight style thing. You start the game with a full Moon Gauge. If you don't know how this works, if you have 50%, you can activate this, and you also get access to certain special moves. So you get like this, and my other one is, I forget because I don't use it that much. It's 6, yeah. So you get 3, right? So not only do you get these moves that are locked behind the Moon Gauge, but you also get this activation as well. So if you're feeling especially under pressure, it's a separate resource from your meter, which is at the bottom. So this is like a pause button that lets you see what's going on. Maybe force your opponent to use it as well, and maybe will get you out of like a rough spot when you're not sure what your opponent's going to do. Tip number 3 is going to be use the dash macro, just like Guilty of Strife. So this game, there's 2 ways you can do it. This game only has 3 attack buttons, A, B, C, and then you have shield. So this game actually lets you make everything a macro. So here I only have my air throw macro on. In the old Melty Blood, there was a command called quick action, the E button, but this is gone. A bunch of this stuff used to be like this was on quick action, this was on quick action, for example. Well, not ABCD. ABC was on quick action, my bad. But like, as far as dash, you can use a dash macro and put it on one button. Especially if you're a Guilty Gear Strive player, you'll be fine with that. But also, unlike old Melty Blood, you don't have to hit the buttons at the same time. You could correct me about NBACC, but definitely for like older versions of the game, you actually had to hit this at the same time. But in this game, you don't. It's pretty lenient, so just pick what you want to do, and it's there for you. I also find that doing reversal backstep is way easier using the macro as well. So I got the reversal message. I got hit, but like it just makes it way easier than backdashing, I think. So tip number 4. This is actually a pretty important one. In this game, when you jump over people, you have to wait until you get over them to double jump to correct. If you do it too slowly, you will not correct. And this is like pretty important when you're like going over people, that you have to double jump like this and not too soon, because if you do it too soon, then you won't correct. If you double jump and the opponent gets under you, then you actually don't correct at all. So if I did like that, you will not correct at all. So just keep that in mind. You have to double jump to correct. You can't do it too soon, and if your opponent runs under you, you use both options, you're probably screwed, because not a lot of characters, if any, I actually don't know so much about this version of the game, but to my knowledge, there's very few cross-up moves in this game. To my knowledge, right now, by the way. To my knowledge, right now. The last thing, is it the last thing? The second to last thing. Experiment with your blowback edge move. So what are these? These are what the game's called the charge inputs. So you have like 5C, this is Red Arcade 5C, and you have charge 5C. So this does a couple things for you. So one, you can like vary your pressure timing on offense, right? In my case, my Charge 5B is overhead. Both Works Charge 5B and Charge 5C are both have armor on them. So it's definitely worth experimenting with your charge moves and see what they do. Maybe you'll get new combos, new mix-ups, things like that. And the last one is please play with an Ethernet cable, because don't do this to me, please. Please don't do this to me. Okay,